Jets Ward.
Jets, Jets. What is going on, Jet fans? And welcome back to another episode of the Jets Ward. I am your host, Ryan Ward, and I'm so excited to be with you guys. I got a fun one for you. But first, if you have been here before, welcome back. You know I love having you guys here. Every time I make these videos, I love that you keep coming back for more. You guys make this channel so much fun, and I'm glad you keep returning for more. And if you are new here, welcome. Whether you're a Jets fan of another NFL team, or just a casual NFL fan, you are always welcome here in the Jets Ward. It is a safe space for you. So guys, the Jets finally did it. The Jets have a brand new offensive coordinator. Frank Reich has finally been hired by the New York Jets. Now he was the former Carolina Panthers head coach. He's 64 years old. This past season, he was the interim head coach at Stanford. But I'm just happy that this search is done. Now, we finally got our offensive coordinator. We got an adult in the room now, a veteran presence in that locker room who's going to be the head coach, in Aaron Glenn's words, the head coach of the offense. He's going to have a ton of say on the players that come into his offense, what he wants in a quarterback, in receivers, everything. And I'm happy. I'm excited, because we now have a veteran play caller. Now, do I wish Tanner Engstrand was still here? Yeah, I don't think he deserved to be fired. But I'm happy that we have somebody with guidance that has seen it and done it before as our offensive coordinator and can possibly change this offense around and has been proven to be a solid coach when it comes to quarterbacks. He was a former quarterback. Actually, for the New York Jets, he was one of our backup quarterbacks. He's been around the league a bunch, has as head coach and offensive coordinator experience, calling plays, won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. I understand he wasn't the one calling plays there when he was the offensive coordinator, but he was still there. When he went to Indianapolis, he was one of the more sought out names, head coaches in that cycle, and he produced. He really did. He had one of the top offenses, number 9, I think, ranked when Andrew Luck was his quarterback. Then after one season, Andrew Luck retired in offseason when they were playing games and had to pivot to Jacoby Brissett. So, and Brian Hoyer. So he still made it work. He was still middle of the pack in offense. Then he had Phillip Rivers the following year, was a top offense again. Then Carson Wentz was a top offense as well, but everything started to fall apart between the two of them at the end. So after that, Matt Ryan, the debacle there, goes to Carolina. Seems like he didn't even want Bryce Young as this option, and they draft him, and it all goes south from there. He's been out of the league for 2 years now, and this past year, Andrew Luck was the one who brought him into Stanford. He's a known play caller. He's had success in this league. Now, is it past his prime? Maybe, but I don't think you forget how to coach. I still think he's got a brilliant offensive mind. Is this the best option? Out of the options the Jets had, yeah, I would say so. Now, would I like Greg Roman to come in as the run game coordinator? I would love that. Darrell Bevell to come in as pass game coordinator or quarterback coach or something like that. I would like that as well. But having Frank Reich means that we have a legitimate play caller now. Think about Chan Gailey years ago and what the work he did to get this offense going. A veteran guy who's seen it, done it, and now can give guidance to AG as well because he's been a head coach and a successful one to boot. So I'm really happy. The Jets got their head coach. The Jets got their offensive coordinator. AG is going to be calling the defensive plays, focusing on that. But now the next thing, we got to fill that offensive staff. So by next week, I'm really hoping that the Jets, or even by the end of the weekend, early next week, I'm hoping the Jets can fill this offensive staff. I know there's a lot of things they need to do. They need a quarterback coach. They need a pass game coordinator, run game coordinator. They need a ton of stuff out there. But we have our offensive coordinator. I'm happy he's here. He's got a plan. I'm sure he's got coaches that he wants to bring in here. I'm excited to see it. But that's not the only move the New York Jets made today. And this one is a big one, in my opinion. The New York Jets still needed to add a ton of coaches to the offensive staff, but the defensive staff still needs to be built as well. We need a linebackers coach. We need a defensive pass game coordinator, DBs coach, things like that, unless Chris Harris is still here. We need a lot for that, linebacker coach especially. But we did hire a new defensive line coach, and this was somebody I had in my mock-off season. Also, I made my first Jets mock-off season very early, and a lot of things have changed now. So I would love to hear from you guys. Do you think I should make another one? Let me know down in the comments. But again, keeping on this task, the Jets hired a new defensive line coach, a very familiar face for the New York Jets. We've hired Karl Dunbar. Now, if you don't know who he is, he's been in the NFL for a long, long time. And he started out as a defensive line coach with the Vikings from 2006 to 2011, had the #1 NFL rush defense and elite run stopping units as well in 2006 and 2008. Then he came to the Jets under Rex Ryan as our defensive line coach. And we had a top 5 run defense both of those years that he was here. Very, very successful. And then he went to the Bills with Rex Ryan after Rex Ryan was fired here. Was middle of the pack, wasn't the best, was 32nd in sacks, so it didn't really mesh well there. And then he was hired by the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2018 and coached there all the way until 2025 with very mixed reviews, inconsistent run defenses, but the sack numbers were up. He got a lot out of his defensive line players to the point where Cameron Hayward even came out and said that the Jets are getting a fantastic teacher, somebody who will watch film with you, will break it down, will teach, will work with you, and everything you do in practice, you do in the game. Very consistent. And that's something the Jets needed. This defensive line took a major step back this year. It was very disappointing. So by bringing in a veteran on this defensive staff, Karl Dunbar, who's been a Jets coach before, knows the Jets market, media, I think this is a great move. I really wanted him on this staff anyway. And now that he's here, I am pumped. I think this is a home run hire by AG and the New York Jets home run hire by getting Frank Reich. And I know it's not the most exciting. It's not that fantastic pick, the sexy pick that you'd love. But both of these guys are going to come into work. They are going to change this team. The defensive line under Karl Dunbar, I think, is going to be much, much better. And Frank Reich, I think, is going to get this offense. We're going to get his players in here. We're going to get his things running. I think it's going to function very, very well. And I'm excited to see what other coaches the Jets do bring in. Aaron Glenn is going all in this season, calling plays. He wants to save his job. These two hires are a great way to do that. I really like Karl Dunbar on the defensive side, on the defensive line. And I really like signing of Frank Reich too. Were there better options? Yeah. But the Jets aren't that desirable of a spot. So out of the options we had, I think Frank Reich's the best one. And I'm really excited to see what happens in our offense next year. But guys, let me know what you guys think of these hires. Are you excited about these two? Are you happy Frank Reich's our new offensive coordinator and Karl Dunbar is our new defensive line coach? Let me know down in the comments. Again, as well, let me know if you want me to redo my mock-off season for the New York Jets, start it all over again with all the changes that have been made. I would love to hear from you guys. Let me know down in the comments. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell for any notifications of when I post videos as well. I want to keep you updated of what's going on in the Jets ward, just so you stay up to date with what's happening. And follow me on X, Instagram, and on TikTok as well. I try to post all my videos and shorts there too. And again, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you. And thank you so much for joining me in the JETS Jets Ward. Thank you guys so much. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
The Jets Ward.